Shalom, welcome first all present Gordy help Bashim Shah Bashim Kakulash double answer Muslims citation elect. Now let's not get into right now. Sakyaka. Is that a big stumbling block if still our people is a skin tone of what the world innately called Jesus Christ? It's like because there's a large population of our people still believe that Jesus is a so-called Jesus is a so-called white man. First off, his name isn't Jesus, it's Yahushai, and he isn't white, or well, like people had to say, oh, it's olive skin. Well, not either. He was a so-called black man. He looked like a so-called black man. But also, I'm gonna prove that through the scriptures. He said, prove all things, man. But that he wasn't like olive skin, he wasn't more like my skin color. No, man, he would look like a so-called black man. This is Revelation 4 and verse 3, and it reads, and he sat he that sat looked to upon like a jasper and a sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round about the throne, and a sign like unto an emerald. So what the Father looks like, the Son looks like also. So, if you look up what jasper and a sardine stone looks like, it's much more dark, much more a more darker brown color. Because truly, that what Yahushua and Yahweh looks like, man. Because truly, suck it. All the tribes were very had very dark, a lot of melatonin in their skin, man. Suck it. Oh yeah, I don't know. But as history showed, a lot of Spaniards they raped a lot of Issacharites and a lot of the Northern Kingdom, making us have a much lighter skin complexion now. So that's how we get more. Sorry. Or like let's say my skin, what the guy's skin I have, instead of, because there's a lot of Mexicans that are dark as hell. There's a lot of Mexicans that are very dark, man. But these people don't show that, bro. But this is Daniel 7 verse 9, and it reads, and I beheld, so the thrones were cast down to the ancient days that sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the heads of his hair were like pure wool. So the hair were pure, were woolly. Now that ain't my hair. No, for fact, my hair isn't woolly. They ain't the so-called white man's hair. Mine is much more stringy than my hair. A woolly hair will be like a so-called Negro, a so-called black man, a so-called African American, whatever the fuck they try to call, bro. A Judite. He looks like he's basically a Judite, man. His throne was like a fiery flame, and his wheels are burning as a burning fire. So he showed that because a lot of people do not have woolly hair. Most people that know for that, well, are Judah, bro, or the northern or the southern kingdom. This is Revelations 1 verse. It's like 1 verse 14. I'm going back to most Christians, man. That shit is only one part of scripture. But that's what Christians do. They bring it to one part of the scriptures, and that's it. They have no other proof anywhere else. And that part they try to say, the misinterpretation. Well, I'm saying going back from Daniel to Revelation, and back to Daniel again, yeah, man, I'm gonna prove that in scripture in multiple areas of how it looks like. Because people say, oh, we don't know what it looks like, man. Well, it shows you through the scripture that what Yahushua did look like. Revelation 1 verse 14, it reads, his head and his hair were white like wool. So there again, hair was woolly. as white as snow, and his eyes were a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as it were burnt in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. So, fine brass burnt. Anything burnt much gets darker, man. So it obviously showed that he looked dark, at least, man. And it said the voice of many waters. The voice was very deep, very authoritative. Not the so-called which is Jesus Christ, is very soft spoken. That's not many water. Go to a Niagara Falls and you hear that shit's that they say loud and demanding. But what the track show is as what of Yahweh Shai, this to this Jesus Christ, this teacher Borgia, is that he's very soft spoken, very more like a sprinkle of rain. His voice will be like, try to say it, man. But no, man. Like, gonna go back to Daniel's. Like I said, bro, we're not gonna train like, all right, there's one scripture and that's it. No, man. That's how it works, bro. We prove all things. This is Daniel 10 and verse 8. And it reads, one second. Daniel 10. Trying to get it all good though. Trying to say, bro, like it shows that there are dark skinned people, man. Because look, even from the beginning, bro, because our people were born dark skinned. The world was born from dark skinned people. Right here, Genesis 2 and verse 7 reads, "In the Most High power formed man out of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life and became a living soul." And you bet in that Garden of Eden, the soil is very rich, very nice and vibrant. And that rich soil is it's a nice dark color, man. From the ground, bro. And it probably will show you it had that nice dark color, man. So our people, even from the beginning, we're dark skinned. Technically, Edomites are derived from dark skinned people. Even though they're cursed, these Edomites that have the light skin, it's a curse for them. They are born from dark skinned people, bro. But how they can say that? Oh, Jesus Christ is a white man. That makes no sense. But that can be all. Hope the lesson edifying would say Shalom.